This is Penny Keener, Stampin' Up! Independent Demonstrator and the original KeenerINKer. Today we're going to be talking about mailing cards 101. Have you ever received a card in the mail and the envelope is damaged, or the if you had rhinestones on it, it may have pierced the envelope? Well, there's a couple easy things that you can do to make sure that your card gets to the intended person in good condition. So one of the things I recommend is anytime you have an item that's raised, whether it's rhinestones or accessories or even like a wobbler or ribbon that has a knot, because sometimes that raises a bump and gets caught on the machines, you can put a textured piece of cardstock on top of it. Now, I have a template on my website if you would like to print these. Otherwise, you can just grab any quarter piece of cardstock, run it through an embossing folder. I recommend the 3D ones. They have some texture, so it's almost like a corrugated box. You know how it gives it a little bit of cushion. So this one here is using the 10 tile. Here's the Parisian Flourish, and then here is the Ornate Floral. And makes for a very pretty front on the cards too. And if you don't have that, you can use some scrap. This happens to be a Stampin' Up! Postcard, also a very pretty covering. When you go to put it in the envelope, I also recommend that you put the back side of the card towards the front of the envelope. So you'll have it layered like this. You would do the textured cardstock on top of the card and slide it in the envelope. Then when you look at the front of the envelope, it's smooth, and this is where they run it through the machines to cancel the postage, and so it doesn't get hung up. Also, same thing with any kind of raised things, it just smooths it out. So even on the rhinestones, I can feel them through the envelope, but they can't pierce it because you have that extra layer in there. Another trick when you go to mail things is to make sure that it will fit through the post office machines. So this here is the classic label punch, and it is a narrow punch. And so what I've done is I can make these up ahead of time. And all I'm doing is just inserting the punch all the way in and going down to where I kind of have almost like a mail slot. And so if your envelope fits through and doesn't get hung up, you know it will go through the post office just fine and won't require extra postage. Now, if I happen to be carrying a card to deliver to a friend, I like the clear envelopes. Not only does it keep it nice and clean, and it doesn't get bashed around in a purse or in a bag, but also when you go to give it to them, everybody can enjoy the card that you've made. Another thing I'll do oftentimes is carry a card with me in my purse, and if I do that, I'll have it with the envelope. The envelope and card will fit in here as well, so you can keep it clean and ready to use whenever you need. All right, so obviously you can see I can get that in there just fine because I'm on camera. No, not really. It's all good. So anyway, so if you're carrying it around, I love these clear envelopes. So did you hear the joke about the unstamped letter? Never mind, you wouldn't get it. Please check out my website and subscribe to my channel for quick videos on how you can be a KeenerINKer too.